Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read to you an awesome story. I hope you are ready for another awesome story with me, with Miss Nesbitt. It's story time, it's story time, it's story time with Miss Nesbitt. It's story time, it's story time, it's story time with Miss Nesbitt. I hope you are ready for an awesome story here with Miss Nesbitt. Well, today, I'm going to read to you a book called Sharing a Smile. Did you see something different in this picture? Nowadays, right now, we have to wear masks to go outside. Well, in a lot of states, in a lot of areas, they have mask mandate. So we can't really see the smile that we have in our faces with the mask on. But our expression in our eyes and everything shows how we're looking sometime as well. So let's learn a little bit about sharing a smile. As you can see, they have masks on. Words written by Nicki, Kramar, and illustrated. The pictures are by Ashley Evans. Let's get started. Intro. Sophia loves her neighborhood and all the people who lives on her street. Every day she looks forward to chasing butterflies with Mrs. Des, playing hopscotch with Abigail, and leading Mr. Landon a hand when it's time to water the flower blossoming away in his garden. But now that everybody's need to wear a mask to go outside, Sophia's nervous. How can she tell if her neighbors are smiling back at her? And that's when an idea popped into Sophia's head. With a special plan of her grandmother's encouragement, Sophia may just be able to find her courage and her smile by helping her neighbors find theirs. This charming story with bright and sunny illustration will help even the youngest children grow more comfortable with wearing masks and seeing others do the same. I found this book at my local library here in my area. So you might, if you want to go and find it, you can look for this as well. Sharing a Smile. Beautiful pictures, right? The world was changing. Everyone was wearing masks. It wasn't just nurses or doctors, firefighters, or superheroes anymore. We all have to wear masks to help keep everyone safe. Sophia's grandpa explained to her, just like the Harry family down the street. Remember, Sophie? They have always worn masks, even whenever they go outside. Mr. Landon is wearing his mask now, working in his garden. Sophie remembered how she usually helped Mr. Landon water his flowers. Would she need to wear a mask to help him now? The mail carrier Sammy, too. Her grandpa says Sophie watched Sammy walk by. She thought about putting on her mask to go outside to get the letters. Sammy waved at her, like always. But Sophie didn't see Sammy smile. She couldn't see his smile. Sophie peeked out and saw Miss Diz wearing a mask while she admired the butterflies. Jacob and Abigail wore theirs. Jacob and Abigail wore them while riding their bikes. Sophie thought about what fun it could be to ride her bike with them. But you have to wear your mask. They looked across the street to Jenny's house. Is Jenny wearing one too? Sophie asked. Sophie waved at Jenny. Jenny waved back. Jenny looked scared. Sophie said to Grandpa, "Ooh, I wonder why Jenny looks so scared inside her home." "Maybe she is," Grandpa said. "It can be hard to be brave when things change. That's why we need our friends to help us." That gives Sophie an idea and are ready to put on her mask and go out. "Sophie," Grandpa said. "Not yet," Sophie said, "but I have a plan." I wonder what Sophie's plan is. With her grandpa's help, she went to work. Sophie stitched and Grandpa sewed. Sophie sketched and Grandpa sewed. They worked all day and stayed up late getting every detail right. Sophie is an awesome artist. See? The next morning, it was time to surprise her friends with a gift they had made. "Now I'm ready," Sophie said. She and Grandpa went out, put on their masks, and stepped outside. Sophie and Grandpa walked around the neighborhood and shared their gifts. Flowers for Mr. Landon, Miss Days, a butterfly parade, bike wheels for Jacob and Abigail. They handed out purple ones, pink ones, yellow, and green. Masks that match everyone's personality. Isn't that awesome? That's what we do now, right? A paintbrush for Mrs. Hara, a football for Mrs. Hara, and of course, polka dots for Kika. Wow. And one covered a musical note, perfect for the mail carrier Sammy. Finally, they got to Jenny's house. See. Sophie held up the mask they made for Jenny, a lion, to help her to be brave. She knew Jenny couldn't see her smile, but Jenny still smiled back. The whole neighborhood smiled back and waved at each other, came out, played with each other, and they still wore their masks. And even Lion did. Well, this was an awesome story about the changes that it is in our world right now. We have to wear masks to protect ourselves and to make sure that we keep our distance. But we can also see each other smile through the mask as well, with our eyes and with our emotions on our faces. So I hope you're still smiling, even though we have to wear masks. Okay? It can be kind of scary or challenging at the moment, but hey, we have to do what we have to do to make it work. And we can still enjoy our time with others and with friends. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I hope you enjoyed this wonderful story. Until next time, this is Miss Nesbitt. Be blessed.